Let's see how many thumbs down I get. Let me guess, 6. Moving on. Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in to my channel, the fabulous Kristen, Planning with Kristen. I am here to do a mental health / health update, meaning I'm going to talk about my mental health and my physical health, give you a little bit of an update of what's been going on with all of this. I haven't done a mental health update since last year, and I want to get back to doing them once a month like I used to. I think it's important to talk about mental health. It is important whether or not you have a mental illness. And if you do have a mental illness, I think it's important to talk about it the way you feel comfortable talking about it. I'm not telling everybody to get in front of a camera and broadcast it to the world. How you choose to share your mental illness is the way you choose to share it. I just think more people need to talk about it. That way it's not just this stigma that's around. So it's one of my favorite things to do on my channel, talk about mental health, because it is the most important thing. Forget the planners, forget the makeup, forget the reviews, forget the live streams, forget the pettiness, all that stuff. Mental health is the most important thing I talk about on my channel, because if I can say something that can help someone, I've done my job. So if you didn't know, if you're new to my channel, I have 3 mental illnesses. Yes, I'm a special snowflake. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder June 20th of 2015, and 2014, it's almost 4 years. Depression and social anxiety disorder. I have the links to the 3 of those down below if you want to read more info on that. Borderline personality disorder is similar to bipolar, except for bipolar traits last longer. So you can have sadness longer, but BPD moods change just like that. And so it is the gift and the curse. The gift of it is that we love hard, but we hate hard. You know, I don't really hate anyone, you know. I can have strong dislikes for people, but we give all or nothing to. So whenever I start something, I put 100% into it, or I don't do it at all. And that can be a gift and a curse too, because I can focus all my energy on one thing and then not do anything else. So I'm better at not neglecting what is important, which is my husband and my kids and my house. That is more important than anything. As long as my husband is good, my kids are good, my house is clean, and that is good, then I am good, and I can focus on all the other crap that's going on, such as YouTube. So let's get into it. So I already did a life update where I talked about moving and all that stuff. So with moving, you know, into a new house, it disrupts the routine, because it's a new environment. And so a lot of times with BPD, when your routine is disrupted, it can really throw you off. And so luckily, I have not been on this whirlwind of emotions since moving. I've had a pretty good moods, I would say. I would say last week was a bad week for me. Not anything in particular. It was spring cleaning, and so I threw myself into getting this house in order. Not that it was really dirty to begin with, because we only moved here the last week of January. But I wanted to go through and do spring cleaning and do things that I normally do. But I was just exhausted. That's what it was. So being exhausted and not really getting any self-care in for an entire week kind of threw me for a loop. And I know next time to not do that. So learn my lesson, learn it the hard way. So always make sure you get some sort of self-care in every single day, even if it's only for 5 minutes. So if you see me looking down a bit, it's just, I'm gonna go over the month of March, and it's in my wellness kit for the Happy Planner. The first week of March, I would say it just says I had a good day. And normally when I write down that I had a good day, I don't elaborate anymore on that. It's just I had a good day. There's no need to dwell on it. There's no need to say, okay, well, why did you have a good day? I just had a good day. And so the first week of March was pretty good. Let's look at the second week. Had some good days. The second week I said had an interesting day. I know why I had an interesting day, but I don't need to get all into that. You know, I have come to the conclusion, You know, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, I'll reiterate it. People who disrespect your mental health, get them out of your life. You know, whether it's online, someone you talk to sporadically, someone you talk to all the time, someone you kind of talk, you know, everywhere in between. If someone is disrespectful to your mental health, drop them. And what I mean by disrespectful is that they know that you may suffer from anxiety or you deal with depression, and they do everything in their power to trigger you. Drop them. Kick them to the curb, whatever it is you gotta do, protect your mental health. And to me, it doesn't matter if the person that you're saying bye-bye to thinks you're petty, thinks that you're overreacting. If you think I'm overreacting, that means you're continuing to disrespect my mental health. So if you gotta kick somebody out of your life, go ahead and do that. Just do it and say, you know what, I don't need this, I don't need you. You don't pay my bills, you don't do anything. I go by the 3 Fs, if you know what the 3 Fs are. You know, if you ain't feeding me, funding me, then, you know, I don't need you in my life. And so I've had to learn that everybody's not for you. Everybody's not here to support you. Everybody is not your cup of tea. You know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine, but I'm gonna drink this. And it is what it is. And when you protect your mental health, you are better for the ones that are around you every day. So when I decide to protect my mental health, whether it's a situation with somebody or just a situation in general that doesn't really involve me, but I need to step back because if I sit here and read this or watch this or witness this, then it's gonna be bad. Then I know that I need to get away from that, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not dealing with this. And don't be afraid to say, hey, I'm getting out of here. Don't be afraid to announce it from the rooftops or announce it to whoever and say, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. And it is what it is. So the next week of March 12th, which was last week when I'm filming this, I had some good days. And I can't complain. I would say March overall was a good month as far as my emotions go. I tend to put myself in check when I can see myself where I want to get angry or I want to become like vindictive. I used to be very bad at being vindictive. I'm not that way anymore. I'm just like, whatever, this isn't worth it, or you're not worth it. I'm not going to do this. If you want to be this way, then continue to be that way. I just will step away from it and not respond to it. But I had a pretty good month. I can't really complain. It is what it is. And so that was the last week, and so we're on this current week, which is the 19th through the 25th, and I'm actually filming this on a Wednesday, so I can't speak for the end of March, but pretty good. And so as far as my moods go, when my moods are good, my physical is good. And hold on, I'm kind of looking at the clock. I gotta pick up my daughter in a couple of minutes. Physical's good. I started back working out this month 3 days a week. I've been doing pretty well with that, just doing 30 minutes. And when April gets here, I want to increase it. When you are feeling good mentally and you start feeling good physically, nothing can stop you. I recommend anyone getting out and doing some walking. I always get exercise because I walk my daughter to and from school Monday through Friday. Except for this week, it's been raining, so I've been keeping the car. But walking her, it's 40 minutes. You know, it's a 20-minute walk and then a 20-minute walk. So I get 40 minutes of cardio twice a day, Monday through Friday. So I'm getting my cardio in, and sometimes fresh air just works wonders. And also what makes me feel good is organizing my house. Now, I live with a person, my husband, who is very big on making sure things are organized, doesn't like clutter, doesn't like anything to be hoarded, doesn't like anything to be out of place. Like, he'll think my desk is a disaster looking at it right now. And so what keeps me kind of grounded is just organizing, making sure things are where they are, making sure I can see countertops, making sure I can see the couch, making sure I can see the floor. I mean, just things that normal people do. And so when I do that, I feel a lot better. Also, what makes me feel better is making my bed. I put in my planner every single day to make my bed. And you may think making your bed, like, somebody who deals with depression and BPD, who deals with a lot of emotional crap, making the bed can feel like such a chore. And so actually making my bed is a chore because it's on a box. But making my bed and then looking at it when it's done. When it's just clean and neat, then I feel really good about the rest of my day. So that is what's going on. I would say, you know, we are in the end of the first quarter of 2018, and it's been pretty good for me. You know, there's been a couple of instances where I'm just like, y'all seen that meme of that confused black girl, which is like this? Couple of instances where I've been like that, but nothing too over the top. A lot of times I have to tell myself, you know, repeat the quote to myself, is this the hill you want to die on? Because everything ain't worth the argument, everything ain't worth the response, everything isn't worth everything. And it, you know, and once I repeat that to myself, then I say, you know what, it's good, Kristen, you know, because as long as my husband is healthy, my kids are healthy, and I'm good, and we got a roof over our head, and we're doing good, none of that other stuff matters, especially somebody or something that doesn't mean anything to me. And so I wish a lot of people had that mindset. I wish a lot more people had the mindset of, you know what, you don't do anything for me monetary, you don't do anything for me as far as confidence or building me up or whatever, and then just say, and just be like, so I'm not gonna deal with it. You know, I think if more people just reacted that way to certain situations or certain people, they would feel a lot better. But yeah, I want to come on and do a mental health update, letting you guys know in a nutshell, I'm good, I'm great, can't nobody steal my sunshine no matter how hard they try, and yeah. And so I do want to come back and do these once a month. If you enjoy mental health updates, give me a thumbs up. I already know I'm about to get some thumbs down. 6. So yes, and all that good stuff. And I will be back at the end of April to do another mental health update, letting you guys know how that went. And I am all for talking about mental health openly, without the stigma, without the shame, all of that good stuff. And so hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I already said that. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And if you are interested in learning more about it, I do have the links to BPD, depression and social anxiety disorder, and you can read more about that. And if you still have questions, feel free to ask me, or you can always DM me. If you don't want to ask publicly, don't worry, I won't air out your business to everybody. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, and I will see you all next time. Bye.